Let's start with one quick thing in the settings. So config and main and general and get all from Elmo directory. Then just go to your Elmo folder and select it, and I believe that's all we need in the settings. Here's some rendering settings, so just show ground texture, and show sky texture. Just to show one thing. This is the default level, and don't think of it as a canvas. It's just one polygon with 4 vertices like this. So levels are just made of polygons, and there's nothing special about this polygon. So we can delete this and use this one instead, or whatever. Also, you don't define sky and ground like specifically. So if I make a polygon around this, then it inverts, and sky is ground and ground is sky. And the game doesn't care either, so if I put the flower here, then this is actually a finishable level. Like, you don't die even though your head is inside the ground. You will only die when your head hits the line between here. Here's the toolbar on the left, and notice the tooltip on top. It has some useful info for some of the tools like this. First is select tool. You can select the whole polygon, click and drag to move, or just one vertex and same thing, or you can select a bunch of vertices and move at once, even from several polygons like this. Next is vertex tool. So click on an edge and click again to add more vertices. Now notice this red line on the left of my cursor. It will show where the next vertex will go. So I'm adding vertices to this side. Then I press spacebar to swap it to the other side, and now it's adding to this side. Object tool is for apples, killers and flowers, so just click to add, and spacebar is for changing the type, so these are killers now, and these are flowers. You can have several, and then back to apples. For gravity apples, go back to select and just right click and change the gravity here. Now some of these tools are not really necessary. I mean, you can figure them out anyway. But one really useful tool is cut and connect. So let's say I have 2 drivable polygons here like this, and I want to break this wall here. So basically connect the 2 polygons, use cut and connect, click on either side, then click on the other side, like inside the polygon, and just click, and it makes this connection here. Then we can just move these vertices to make the hole wider. And the same thing inverse, because ground and sky polygons are the same, so it works just as well. Like that. You cannot have intersecting lines in levels, so these lines are intersecting. You can check it with this green check mark, check topology button, and it lists all the problems here. There are intersections in the level, which is right here. One way we can fix this is in the selection menu, so select one of these polygons, go to union, and it sort of merges them. Then there's difference, which like subtracts the other one. If we select the other polygon and go to difference, it will leave this other part. Then there is intersection, just leave this middle part. And lastly, there is symmetric difference, which leaves both polygons, but it sort of transfers the lines over. Those selection tools have the same function as this polyop tool on the left, like this. Another useful tool is transform. Select a polygon, right click, transform. Now you can rotate and like stretch it. Then spacebar to finalize it. We can also mirror it. Oh, and you can do just a part of a polygon as well, or like including several, you know, transform these, whatever. Of course you will get intersections, I have to fix them, but well, that works. And we can copy stuff. Like whatever. Oof, amazing. Now we can import levels or images. Here's warm up. Let's go for an image. It's a beautiful piece of art. You can see it's a bit rough because of the low resolution. Like you probably want a bit higher resolution and also like sharp edges and not like gradients because it's just trying to make polygons and there's no color, so yeah. But I can use this to demonstrate another tool, which is smoothen in the left there. Just click a polygon and you can see it makes these curves by adding a lot of vertices between. You can adjust the smoothness with plus and minus buttons. And there's another parameter you can change by holding Control and pressing plus and minus. And this kind of changes the shape of the curve. Let's make it really smooth and just click to finalize. Now polygons have a maximum of 1000 vertices, so the game probably won't run this level. I think it's way over 1000. Yeah, it's 2000. You can see in the bottom here it says your mouse coordinates and then your selection, like what you have selected. 2021 vertices and 1 polygon. And we can also check everything with the green button again. Checking topology, 2 problems found. Yeah, there are polygons with too many vertices in the level, and it highlights here in the red. And there are limits for everything really, like objects and pictures and also level dimensions, so you can't make it too high or too wide. So just keep it in mind if you're making like a huge level or something with a lot of detail, just click the check button every once in a while and it should warn you about everything really. We can also use the same tool to unsmoothen it, so this time we hold Control and click it. And I don't know exactly how this works, but you can do it several times to get some kind of result. And I think this masterpiece is complete now. In this video I ignored all the visual stuff, so that's textures and pictures and grass, and that could be another video because there's a lot to cover there. This editor is made by Smibu. He's been developing this for over 10 years now, like pretty regular updates. And he just added testing in editor, but that feature is still in beta. So you can actually test right here. It's pretty handy. And if you don't know who is Ma1 here in the launcher, he was one of the best level designers. He found many creative ways to use these tools and he made thousands of great levels. And he was a great guy in general, and he just died too young. I will link to his YouTube channel. It has a few videos using this editor as well. Worth checking out for sure. And there's actually quite a few channels with videos using this editor, so I will try to include all the relevant channels in the description. And I will include other links as well, so if you have any questions you can comment here or go ask anywhere. Like, there's always people around. Now, go make a battle for Elma Online. See ya!